How's it going, man? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to you all to another stream, the endless amounts of streams. Tons and tons of streams we've had on this channel. Buy all the tech. Probably the best comment of this entire stream is right there. Buy all the tech. So, okay. Quite a few things I want to talk about here. But, needless to say, I have some money that's going to be coming in. I have some money that's going to be coming in here probably within, it's going to be around like a couple of months still. But I need some ideas. Oh, phones are coming. That's a done deal. Although I'm not going to really surpass like 100 phones. I don't see the point in investing in more than like 20 to 25 phones. That's probably where I'll stop. I can't see myself going past that point. 20 to 25 phones is really about as far as I'm going to take this. You know, maybe sometime in the distant future, if we see an application that actually comes around that makes some sense to invest a lot of phones into, then I might consider going past 100 phones. But I mean, 100 is enough, you know, for what applications are available. But guys, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the overlay here because I want to show you guys some stuff that I currently have that's tucked away over in Amazon. Let me turn off my overlay. We'll get that turned off. Let's move this down here. So have that over here for a second. And let's come over here to Amazon because I'm looking at some products here. You know, I'm going to have around probably about $1,500 is around what I want to spend, and then I've got to keep some money tucked away whenever this money comes in. What's up, guys? Welcome everyone to the stream. I have Earnably running on 2 IP addresses. Do I need 2 accounts? Well, it depends on what you're doing. If you have 2 different IP addresses that you're using. And I really don't want to steer you into a scenario to where you're doing something that's possibly wrong. So, yeah, so Saturday, I figured I would go ahead and go live. The thing is, I want to do 2 streams a week. So I'd like to keep that as standard here with my channel. And, of course, we had the 4th of July. So I couldn't really go live. That was supposed to be Crypto Wednesday. So, versus going live on the 4th of July... I know a lot of people, they're spending time with family, they're really busy, and as far as me interfering with someone, I just wanted you guys to have your time with your family, and of course I had to have my time with family as well for the 4th of July. So, you know, I decided to go live today instead, and then Thursday versus Wednesday. So, but I will say this, like, I'm going to be keeping up with these live streams. Two a week is pretty solid. Anything beyond that, and it's like, why are you going live? You're going live too much here. So, 2 a week I feel is pretty standard. For a person starting out, if they're starting a channel, I would say going live once to twice a month is probably pretty fair for someone that's just starting a channel. You know, kind of ease into going live. We want to spend time with ECAS Society. I appreciate that, man. I'd like to eventually do a very, very long live stream. That's what we'll work up towards versus doing one of these. And I know a lot of people, they want video content. They want their information downsized to like 15-minute videos, 10-minute videos, or even 5-minute videos. They want quick information. But everybody is different, so not everyone has the time to sit here in a live stream and check out these live streams for hours at a time. But I know there's a lot of you guys that would like for me to stay live. I see that. I know a lot of people would like to come into these live streams, talk with other phone farmers, get some information out of the live stream, whatever information I decide to put out at that given time. This stuff is hard work, guys. Like, I mean, it's a lot more work than what you would think to edit these videos. it can be very exhausting. Like, you would never think that doing this could be exhausting, but when you sit here and talk to people for a 2-hour interval, eventually you do. You have this scenario where you're just like, man, I'm going to lose my voice here if I keep going like this. I was gone last stream, saw that crazy donation stream, though. That was insane. The donations in that stream, shout out once again to iOS Gaming Tech, his YouTube channel. It was almost like he just sponsored that entire stream. That was absolutely amazing on his part. But yeah, iOS Gaming Cash Tech. That guy has like 20,000 subs, so rewatching streams is annoying. I miss the streams a lot. Yeah, it's like, I try to keep it somewhat, I want to keep it random too. I don't want it necessarily to be 100% structured. You know, it's like I could sit here and go live the same days every single week, and then some people that are busy on those days will never see my live streams. Never see my live streams. So if you notice, we've had streams that have been early in the morning. We've had streams that have been in the evening. Oh man, like, we're all over the place. All over the place. I think that's a good thing, though. As well as you have to keep it structured, but it also shows a certain level of commitment for what I'm doing. You know, I am committed to sitting here and spending my time with YouTube, my audience. I'm committed to that. Do you know why App Trailers is not playing ads? So our last stream we talked about Perk and how Perk is having these major issues. Perk has been slightly better for me. I've noticed that word search has worked a little better. Perk TV Live has worked a little better. Also, App Trailers, I've seen it launching ads just a little bit better. Perk has picked up just a small amount, but it's still not normal. It's still, you know, and this is, I've experienced something like this before, but never this bad with Perk. Perk will have all of these crashing issues. I've gotten used to that. But as far as like the black screen, that's pretty new to me. I haven't really experienced a continuous black screen back to back to back. First time I've been able to catch you live. Love your videos and thank you for what you do for the farm community. I was on TextLugs for a few months and I'm here now to keep it up. Love the live. That's awesome, man. I appreciate you joining our stream here. We just said this, but we try to stay pretty consistent with doing these live streams. I'm glad to have anybody that wants to come over to the channel, and I really do. I try to bring as much useful information to the table as I possibly can. And sometimes, you know, I get some information, and we had this scenario recently. We were talking about a virtual machine, and you know, it was brought to my attention from another farmer that this was a possibility, and of course, you know, didn't really sit well with my audience. So, you know, I was like, all right, well, if everybody's going to be very upset about this, then we'll shut that down. But I try to get the right information, but I'm not perfect here. So I think a lot of people, they demand that a person does this and they do everything 100% perfect. If I sneeze in my stream, then I've done something wrong. If I don't say the right things in my stream, then I'm a terrible YouTuber. I have to have a perfect pearly white smile, and everything has to be nothing is perfect. Nothing is perfect. So I'm glad to have you, though. We'll say that. I read from AdFund that ads are slow due to the ad distributors updating their system, and that is the biggest topic that could be covered here. Other than the fact that I'm about to be picking up some tech. I told you guys that I want to do a tech unboxing video. Pick up a lot of tech and do a tech unboxing video, so I'd like to talk about that a little bit. But also, that's the root of the issue here. That's what I really believe, because we've seen this issue out of Perk before where ads will not display, the applications will freeze up entirely, and they'll do this for 4 to 5 days, a week at a time, and then out of nowhere, it's like Perk lifts their little, whatever they have, their claws in their system geared towards keeping us from earning, they lift that off. So, and then everything starts to work so smooth and so well. Have you guys noticed exactly what I'm talking about? I'm not sure if I'm the only person that experiences just that, to where they're just like, nope, we're not going to let you earn anything. And then out of nowhere, it's like you're good to go. You can make a ton of money this month, and you can feel it and you can see it. And those finish ads are not popping up on your perk devices. It's not popping up, keeping you from, you know, having to click those videos. And so this is what I've noticed. The mobile performance meter, 3 of my phones just got an extra 10 cents a day. So instead of 20 cents a day, they now give me 30 cents on the 3 of my MPM. That's awesome. Phones keep overheating with this excessive heat in California that they won't charge. As far as the overheating scenario, man, that's why I've thought about that as well. I do have a fan that's currently pointed, it's pretty close to my phones to keep everything kind of cool over in that area, because these phones, if you walk up to a board of phones, or if you walk up to your racks of phones and just put your hands in front of those phones, you will feel the heat that's coming off of those phones, which that really surprised me whenever I first got into the world of making money with these smartphone applications, that you could feel so much heat that comes off of the phone. So they do heat up, you know, and that's it is a frustrating scenario. The biggest thing is, if you get your phones the right way, if you get them very, very cheap, even if the battery did bloat, I know for people outside of the United States, it can be one of these scenarios that it's more difficult to get phones, and sometimes they're more expensive outside of the United States. So I really feel for the person that's in that situation. And we're very lucky here to have phones here for $5, $10 a piece. Can NPM run on multiple phones, or do you have to have that many phone numbers attached to your phones? And that is a good question to ask our friend up here, because I currently don't have that in my routine. I believe I tried it out a while back, and I feel like, yes, you do have to have phone numbers attached to them, but I'm not sure if something like Text Now or a texting application would work. Mobile performance meter is exactly what they're talking about. So mobile performance meter is a passive application that you can have on your phones. But like I said, it's one of those things I haven't integrated into my routine. So I could put them on all of my phones, and you guys know how much of a hassle it can be to set up an application and log in on every single one of your phones. You guys know what that's like. I am a little bit lazy. There's a few things I could do with my routine to improve the earnings, but I feel like I just try to focus on these very high-paying apps. So, Straight Talk $4.99, that's a deal that's going on currently. I should say that in this stream. If you're just getting into the world of phone farming, if you're currently here in the United States, Straight Talk does have a deal currently on phones for $5 a piece. Now think about that, $5 a piece. What is it? Is it an Alcatel? So I'm not making my my next purchase of phones is not coming until October. So October is when a lot of this stuff is going to happen. You guys can see my Amazon cart right here. I'm really I know I'm probably going to pick up, I'm definitely going to get this case. That's a done deal. It's kind of a toss-up with this motherboard over here. I may consider picking up this one specifically. This one has me pretty excited, but it would come at a heavy-duty price tag. So you guys see that I do have, in the background here, I do have a desktop that I'd like to finish off this build. Guys, this desktop that's in the background, I want to say this. This desktop, I would like to finish this off, and eventually, once it's fully built, I'd like to do a giveaway with it. That would be the ultimate goal. If we can get to this point to where I'm at, 15 to 20,000, 30,000 subscribers, giving away a computer like this would just, that's something that it would be a no-brainer to sit here and do. So I'd like to give away this desktop in the background, and I'd like to work on a different build. I'd like to start another build for myself, mainly because I do have this iBuyPower Snowblind. That's an amazing desktop over here. But also at the same time, it's like I'd like to have another desktop that's fully dedicated to everything that I do as far as my video editing. I'd like to have another desktop over here that's specifically geared towards video editing. So both of these desktops are currently, they're stuck mining. It's like if I hop over there to do some video editing, I don't want to switch over to it because, having these Titan XPs that are currently going and mining and earning that Bitcoin, I just want to let them sit. But I'd like to set up something that's fully dedicated to editing my videos here on YouTube. So let's see what we have here. These phones do heat up quite a bit. Keep overheating with this success. We got that. I've had apps stop earning for a month before they start back up. It's crazy, isn't it? Got that one too. So LED lighting behind you is washing out your picture. Yeah, well, who cares? Who cares? Really, we're not here for my ugly face right here, my ugly mug. We're here for this stuff is what I'm trying to showcase, because I'd like to let you guys come up with a few ideas here. Yes, product reviews, and that's the big thing that I want to talk about. As far as product reviews go, I would like to let you guys choose some things. What would you, and that's one thing that I was thinking about like a week and a half ago. I was wondering this specifically. What would you guys like to see as far as product reviews? If you give me some ideas for things that I could pick up, I could start reviewing. That is like my biggest overall question that I have for my audience right now. Because I have a few things that I know that I would like to get. I watch this channel quite a bit. It's called Random Frank P. I believe Random Frank P. Yeah. And he does, every single month, he does best tech under $50. So I've been checking out his channel for like here and there over the course of probably a couple of years, you know, and it just mainly for those products under $50. So I've been trying to come up with something that would be similar to that. I want to find like a video series that I could do that would be something like that, but nothing like that at the same time. So I'd like to, I'm trying to come up with this idea for a name for this series that I want to do on my channel, something that's really going to hit home with you guys, and at the same time, you know, figure out exactly what kind of products I really would like to have up on my channel. Of course, I'm definitely into computers. I'm into tech. I have all sorts of just crazy tech here. I've got light bulbs that change colors. I've got my LED strip. Of course, you know, wireless headset stands. I've got all sorts of stuff here. So I'm just like, there's so many things I could consider picking up, but what would you guys like to see? That's the question. You guys tell me what to buy. But just make sure in your area has space depending on how many people use mobile performance meter in your area. Let's kick that over to red. There we go. Yes, I definitely know what you're talking about with perk. Seasons of giving and not giving anything much. That's what happens. It's going to be I think, towards the end of this month, we'll see a reverse. A total reversal whenever it comes to these advertisements and how much they're currently being dished out. We will see advertisements start to hop back onto these applications. I think it'll be towards the end of this month or maybe sooner. It could be within the next 4 or 5 days we get some more advertisements. It's like they come in a wave. You'll see a wave of different advertisements that will pop up. So that's how I look at it. I know whenever perk is acting up that I need to have Ulotto or U Rewards. What's up, Razor? Welcome to the stream, man. But I know that whenever perk is acting up, that's whenever I need to go ahead and switch over to more Ulotto applications. And just go ahead and hammer down on Ulotto. Because if you look at the aspect of phone farming with perk and having to try and exit and start those apps 24/7, at least you don't have to do that very much with the Ulotto applications. UFC 226. Site versus DC, who's going to win? I'll bet 50 on the fighter you pick. That's what my next video is going to be about, mobile performance meter. That's fantastic, man. So I've noticed that, like the phone farming channels, there are people that are currently discussing phone farming on their channels. Maybe they don't necessarily have a phone farming channel. They've done, a few of these guys have done very, very well to sit here and find these applications that no one else has reviewed. So I applaud some of the channels out here that have found these applications that not really much of, no one's really talking about. How about budget tech reviews because I can't afford the high-end stuff? It's like I'm not over here, John Jara, I'm not like a super, super rich guy. I don't have like a ton of money to really shelling out the money for, this is the one that's got me like, man, it's like I'd like to get it, but it's really expensive. So I would like to do some, and that's actually not a bad idea. So call the video series something like budget tech something, da-da-da-da-da. It's like I'm really trying to figure out exactly what direction I'm trying to take this channel as far as the tech reviews, product reviews. Is your smartphone farming your full-time job? Low roller scratcher, no, that's definitely not my full-time job. Right now, currently, I'm in college. That's one. So that's kind of like the bread and butter as far as my earnings. But as far as my online earnings, we could discuss that really quick. With the fact that I have a website. This gets brought up all the time, but it's part of it. I do have a website that's an earnings website. That's, this is a part of my online income. Mining is a part of my online income. Cloud mining contracts are a part of my online income. My phone farm is a part of my online income. And now, of course, YouTube revenue. I'm making some revenue out of my YouTube channel. That is a part of my online income. But then also, of course, I am in college right now. So I'm currently receiving money that I will have to pay back. So it's like, you could still call that income, though. Vicky Schmid, thank you very, very much. We're very close to 5,000 subscribers. I think it's going to be right at probably 2 days, and we'll be at 5K. That's at least whenever I see us turning over 5,000 subscribers. And it's kind of a done deal at this point that I can tell I will make it to 10,000 subs. I haven't had like a decline as far as like my subscriber count. It has stayed at a consistent at least over 10 subscribers a day, at least towards 400 subscribers a month. And I believe that's because the people that come to this channel, they see everything that's going on, and it's pretty interesting. If I saw a channel currently doing some of the things that I appreciate that. There we go, man. Man, at some point I'm going to have to come up with something to do as far as like whenever I get these donations, I have to find something funny to do. I appreciate the donation, Brutal Gus. Let me read this out really quick. Making breakfast, listening to eCash, win-win. Thank you for the $5 phone tip. In Facebook group, I have like 15 coming. Making my phones 10 to 25. Okay, so last I talked to you, I believe you had what? Like you had 11 phones going for yourself, and now you're investing into 15 more phones. So that's interesting. Brutal Guts, do you okay, so will you be picking up those the chargers that have the LED charging all throughout the charger? Will you be picking those up as well to go with them? Because that was freaking awesome. Obviously, you guys can tell that I'm a fan of LED lighting, RGB lighting of any type. So I thought that was awesome, and I can't wait to see what you do with your lighting scenario for your phone farm, because that could turn into one of at least the most aesthetically pleasing phone farms out there, period. It could turn into that, so that's really awesome. Yeah, thank you once again for the donation, man. Thank you very, very much. How does do you use swag bucks? I might have missed a comment up here. 6 phones running mobile performance meter. 3 phones has 30 cents a day, and 1 phone has 25 cents daily, and the other 2 phone has 5 cents daily. Add all together, and I should have $187.50 by Christmas. That's pretty interesting, man. So what do you guys think? Should I integrate mobile performance meter into my routine? What do you guys think? Is it, I mean, it sounds like it would be a logical decision to have it integrated into my routine. Uh, and I've talked about this a while back. I thought about it for a second, and guys, it's like, when I tell you the amount of stuff that I'm doing on a daily basis, I'll go to sit here and try and watch a movie or play a game or do something like that, and the entire time I'm sitting here thinking about YouTube. I'm thinking about my next video. I'm thinking about what I'm going to do 6 months from now. What happens if I've gone over every single application that's useful? I've already talked about it. What happens in that scenario, and what am I going to start talking about then? So I'm trying to think about 5 years down the road with this channel, where we will be 5 years down the road, and that's very, very important to me. To use Swagbucks, I currently do not. Well, I'll say this: I do use the Swagbucks website. I'm giving it a second chance. So here and there, I've checked out the Swagbucks website. I know that the earnings are still not that great for the Swagbucks website. How does the cloud mining work? Do you buy contracts when Bitcoin is low or high? I'm a Bitcoin noob. Okay, so I currently have my cloud mining contracts through MinerGate. I know that there's probably other places you could consider picking up your cloud mining contracts that would be better. And if I had to tell you, you would be trying to pick them up whenever the price of Bitcoin is low, of course, because whenever you start to, the price of it increases, you have already bought those contracts for that amount of power, hashing power, and then it goes up. So it's like whenever okay, so when the price of Bitcoin goes up, you know that your mining profits from your cloud mining contracts is going to go up. But I also tell you this very quickly: this is not financial advice, because a lot of people are still very speculative about cloud mining contracts and whether they are worth it. I have still yet to hit my return of investment for my cloud mining contract. So I definitely want to stress that right here in the video. It's something you really want to think about, because all of this stuff is a gamble. You could invest into those cloud mining contracts, and if something happens with the price of Bitcoin throughout the course of a year and a half, 2 years, and it goes way, way down, you know, I mean, you can see you have with these cloud mining contracts, you have an expense every single day to keep that mining contract going. So you will have to at least have enough coin in your account to cover the expense of the electrical. Excuse me, a little bit tongue-tied today. To at least cover the cost of the electrical expenses as far as your mining contracts go. Also, with App Optics, has 9 phones running, and every 3 months I get $10, and by Christmas we'll have 140 in S'mores apps, gives me 10 cents daily, and has 9 phones running it, and should get 105. So if you have 9 phones currently running on the S'mores app, I believe that you can only have 3 though. So I'm not sure. I'd be interested. No Life, I'd actually be interested to hear where you're at within this next month as far as how you're running these applications. You bring some interesting information into the streams for as far as your routine goes. So I'd like to see where you're at in a month. Please keep us all posted for how you do. I'd like to retire and only have phone farming as a full-time job. Wouldn't that be nice? Like, especially if you could have 3 different internet connections, an account in your girlfriend's name, an account in your girlfriend's brother's name, you know, etc., so on and so forth. Also, with App Optics, has 9 phones running, and every 3 months I get $10. Oh, we got that. John Jar, where are you? Wait, did we? Yeah, we got that. With future earnings, of course. Do you solar charge your farm to farm your smartphone farming? No, I do not have any solar power currently in my home. I would be more worried about getting a solar powered setup for my mining. Really, they're desktops. It's hard to call them mining rigs. They aren't really rigs because they don't have a custom built frame, all the crap that all the people that are super hardcore into building GPU mining rigs would sit here and be like, blah, blah, blah. But No, I mean, I would like to consider eventually doing things a little differently with this setup. You know, there's a few things I could switch everything over to a rig. I could pick up some solar units and then, you know, not have to have so much of an expense for my mining setup. But that's something maybe in the future, not currently, and I definitely wouldn't do it with the phones. I would do it with mining Bitcoin. Makes a lot of sense. Because phones don't consume a lot of electricity, a massive amount. What can you do with an old BlackBerry tablet? If I had a BlackBerry tablet, I'd probably be able to give you a lot better of an answer. So, I would try anything and everything, though. Throw every single application that you possibly, like, look into maybe possibly flashing a version of Android onto that tablet. If you could get Android onto it, then you'd open the door to do a lot. For one tablet, one laptop and tablet. Did you see the news that China flooding has wiped out a bunch of Bitcoin farms? Photos of stacks of wet 1080 Ti's mixed in with collapsed brick walls. Lots of cheap 1080s are going to hit eBay soon. That's crazy, man. No, I have not heard that news, but it's like I find it to be humorous at the same time that's awful. I mean, that is awful, but also whenever people pick up these 1080s thinking that they're going to get an epic deal, oh, God. That's a bad scenario. 20 to 30 cents a day is good, I say. Work it into your farm. Okay, guys. I tell you what, mainly because of my train of thought and exactly how it works here, let me go ahead and do this really quickly. I'm going to set myself a little bit of a reminder here to check out mobile performance meter. I'll go ahead and slap it on 10 phones. That seems like a logical scenario. The question that I really need to know with that, though, is as far as mobile performance meter, do you have to have an individual phone number? Can it be a voice over IP phone number like Text Now or... Let's see. One second. Sorry about that. All right. So I'll give it a shot. Like, I was very, very, trying to think of the word. It took me a while to get to this point to where I would consider changing up my routine. But eventually, it became very apparent that I had to do that. I was going to have to switch things around. So, and I really have. I found my own way of doing things that works really well for myself, and I've gotten very complacent at that, at doing just that. So, there's nothing wrong with branching out further, though. Swag Bucks have apps you can do. Farm. Total with app optics, s'mores, and mobile performance meter, total earnings by the end of the year will come out to 432. It's the goal if I do not buy anything for a while. Definitely save your money, man. And that's the point where I've gotten to. I am taking everything and tucking it away currently. So I'm just going to save. Especially as far as Amazon goes. Because if you see right here, I'd like to drop down the purchase of these items that I currently have in my cart. I definitely want to cut down the expense of the items that I'm looking at, especially once I get this money. I'd like to cut it down as much as I possibly can. So that's what I encourage people to do. I've kind of just shied away from picking up any more cards. I don't want to invest into any more GPUs right now. I'm afraid that we're going to see new cards that pop up on the scene, and then I'll have purchased like a bunch of 1060s, and then boom, those 1060s are totally useless. So I'm trying to be very, very careful whenever, there will come a time whenever I'm like, okay, I could go ahead and invest into more graphics cards to mine some Bitcoin. That time may come, so you should focus on getting a lot of CoinPot referrals. You earn a lot of Satoshis every day. That's not a bad idea. I need to do a really solid review of CoinPot because I feel like it's a really decent. It's probably the best as far as like your mobile browser mining. That's as good as it gets. I don't think it's gonna get much better than that. If there's something better, I haven't heard of it. So total with app, we got that. eCash, I had 3 of my different Chinese phone batteries blow up on my set. I was using them for 5 months. I don't recommend them. That's crazy. So don't if you ever invest into batteries, definitely don't pick them up from like a Chinese store online. Are you talking about something like Alibaba, or what was the location that you picked up those batteries? This is why I'm like, I might as well just go ahead and take a phone and toss the phone and then pick up another phone, just go ahead and invest into another phone. Cashed out on perk with Amazon yesterday. It says it will take a couple of days to send the code. Super Saiyan Nathan, it usually takes right around, for me, I will see it go usually not over a week. But I have seen, you know, I think the longest I've waited was maybe like a week and 3 days at max. But I've never not received a payment from perk. That's one thing that can be said. I've never not received a payment, so we honestly should start talking about solar power. We should start talking about solar power. That's actually really not, it's not a bad idea. That's something that I could consider investing in for this channel. So let me actually take a look here. As far as, there's so many regulations around having solar power. So it's like it would open another can of worms as far as looking into. I think that's exactly where we'll leave this page. But, guys, if you have some ideas for some tech that I can currently pick up, please let me know what you think I should be considering investing in. I've got some ideas here brewing in my mind as far as what to pick up. I'm going to have around, like said, towards $1,500, $2,000 to sit here and spend on some tech. So, you can make an infinite amount of Text Now accounts. John is cooled 07 Gaming. 10 phones is a good test amount. That would be $2 to $3 a day. Is NPM mining on your phone, basically? I'm not specifically sure. I think it's a data collection application. John is cool. What's up? I'm gonna assume that's either Waco or Wyco. I'm not sure 100%. I know I've seen you in the streams before though. And as far as what all you missed, not too much. We've talked a little bit about phone farming. We've also been discussing tech and, you know, some products that I could possibly pick up here in the future. With the 6 new phones, I have 20 on ad fund. I'm at 18 devices and I'm just saving right now. That's not bad at all. I deleted ad fund off of my phone. I still have ad fund on a couple of phones, so I've not fully gave up on ad fund just yet. ASIC miner at 700 because new one in September. Okay, so you're okay. Yeah, the launch of another ASIC miner. That we all know that's going to happen. So Bitmain is definitely going to launch another ASIC miner, but I mean, it's like I've thought about that too. I could hop into the ASIC mining scene. I want to see what happens at the end of this year. That's exactly where I'm at as far as Bitcoin mining goes. I want to know what's going to happen January, February, March. That's what's going to tell me whether I should be sinking. Because the thing is, guys, think about it like this. If we are headed to that 30K price tag for Bitcoin or even further, like they've got it so blown up here, 50K is a reality. It's going to happen. And it might. I'm not saying it's not going to, but if that is going to happen, how much money would you make if you just invested into one Bitcoin? If you bought half of a Bitcoin and you let that sit. So that's something to think about. If you just went ahead and bought a single Bitcoin and the price of that Bitcoin goes up to 35K, how much money have you made? And they're over here going so crazy about I could mine, I could invest into these GPUs, and I'm thinking about it like that. I'd like to just go ahead and tuck some money into cryptocurrencies, spread it out, diversify the money that I'm investing into the main cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Litecoin, Monero, maybe a couple of others that I'm thinking about. and then at least have towards around $1,000, $1,300, $1,400, somewhere around that amount in Bitcoin tucked away. So that's exactly what I'm thinking. I want to submit my farm as 36 devices worthy. Absolutely, that's worthy. I'd love to have your submission on this channel. I do have one farm submission, and I need to get to that. That guy, he was actually very, very cool about submitting his phone farm to my channel. So I need to get that one up on the channel. But I tell you what, if you submit within the next week, I will make sure to get you up on the channel very, very soon, and I'd love to have you. Absolutely, that's a good size phone farm. A lot of the submissions that we've had have been around that amount or towards like 50 devices, and we've had a few guys that are kind of up here at the top, and you guys know who you are, with towards like 80 to 100 different devices. But the thing is, even the smaller phone farms or mid-size, I would say that you have a fairly average-sized phone farm. You guys have something to offer, information to offer that each one of the submissions has been different. You could go check out every single one of the submissions on this channel. They have all had something different to them. Everybody earns differently. So I'd love to see what you've got going on, man. We'll say that. Hey bro, do you think I should invest in the older MSI gaming laptops? I would say no. I would say no. If somebody had an older gaming laptop lying around and they've already picked up a new laptop out, I would put that onto mining some cryptocurrencies until it fizzled out, and then that would be the extent of that. But as far as investing into an older gaming laptop, unless you could get it at like a dirt cheap price, a dirt cheap price. Like, for example, what I'm currently streaming on here has a GTX 980M. And at mining price, what I can mine currently with this laptop would be very, very little. So with the GTX 980M, it's not going to earn that much. I would say towards December, whenever the mining profits were, it's crazy how the stream, it just goes from one thing to another. Like this stream is very interesting. We've went from phone farming to mining, cryptocurrency questions, and then just all over the place. I like that, though. That's a good thing. I was probably able to get around $34 a month, and that was before the cost of electricity on this laptop around the time of December 2017, whenever the mining profits were actually pretty up there. So you could see how having something with a graphics card lesser equivalency of that could be very, very unprofitable. Yeah, 36 devices is worthy. Do you collect Dogecoin? Dogecoin is possible to reach $1 per coin. That is one of those coins. I want to do my research before I just hop into the world of altcoins and investing into these altcoins, because that's where I feel like your larger gamble is there. If you invested into just one coin, well, I mean, that's one of those scenarios. Like, there could always be, I think it's a snowball's chance in hell. Like, as far as one of these other altcoins becoming the next Bitcoin. Honestly, guys, I think that's a snowball's chance in hell. And if it was going to happen with anything, it would probably happen with Ethereum. So, or Bitcoin Cash, but I doubt that. So if Bitcoin lost its value and then another coin came to replace it, why would Bitcoin Cash be that next? Oh, it's worth a ton of money. So I don't see that happening. I see another coin if that was ever going to happen, and I don't think that would ever happen. But I feel like diversifying could be, what I was trying to touch topic on is if you invested into only Bitcoin and it did crash, you would lose everything. So diversifying could be a good thing, but also could be it could hurt yourself as well. If I was to invest in multiple different altcoins and I could not keep up with all of those investments and all of those different altcoins, and I did not have the time necessary to follow the prices and the news, the speculation, and it's all a gamble. So, like, I don't want to branch out too far is what I'm saying. CM1 perk pays. Is there an easy way to turn Bitcoin into PayPal? well, we'll say this. John is cool. It used to be a little more simple. It used to be that you could send your, with Coinbase, you could take it and you could sell and then force your US dollars directly over to PayPal. And I believe that they stopped that. So I haven't checked lately the news that surrounds that, but I do know in my Coinbase account, I don't even believe I have PayPal even tied to Coinbase anymore. I don't think it is. But right now, as far as how you would go about doing that, I could tell you how you could do that if you really want to get it into PayPal. But it's probably not the ideal scenario for yourself. But if you just like having your money in PayPal, you would have to attach your bank account to Coinbase. And then from there, you would sell to your bank account, and then attach your bank account to your PayPal account, and then transfer from your bank account over to your PayPal account. So there's not a very easy way to go about doing that. If you have a bank account, though, yeah, it's actually, I mean, that's pretty simple. But if you don't have a bank account, that's where it becomes complicated. Cell phone has a removable battery. The brand was Xiaomi Ulefone. Okay, so RC Vision, are you saying that that battery could be removed and the phone could stay on? ASIC miners eCash. You better get one. You better hop into the ASIC miner scene. Oh, man. Man, that's another gamble, too. Brutal Guts, man, if I was to invest into an ASIC miner and then we had that scenario of a hard fork, if a hard fork happened and then it was like a totally useless scenario where I invested into that ASIC miner, I would be so mad. So mad. But I guess you guys have heard the expression, scared money doesn't make any money. So if you're scared, you're not going to make any money. I've just started phone mining. I have 2 devices right now. I'm reinvesting on a new phone. It is slow going. I get like 10 cents a day on rewardable TV. Okay, so 10 cents a day on rewardable TV. You have 2 devices that are going right now. If I had to tell you, give you some advice, there's 2 scenarios here as far as rewardable TV. Some people are saying that you can still run 7 devices, and then some people are saying that they run those 7 devices, but it's not really as profitable as if you were to just run 1 device. So if I had to tell you, Sharon Bell, you really should consider checking out the application app trailers. When Perk actually finally is done acting up, that is an application that if you spend your time with it, you can see dollars add up. Dollars will add up. Instead of getting that little 10 cents a day that you're currently getting, I really hope that you will consider checking out that application, because I know, let's think about it like this, 1,000 points with Perk equals $1. So if you make 100 points, and you can see that happen so fast, think about it like that. That's 10 cents. 100 points in Perk comes like that. So I would really tell you to check out something like using the Perk website. There's the website for Perk if you have a computer, and use that alongside your 2 phones, and you will do so much better. I feel like I really should stress this to you. You will do so much better doing that versus using rewardable TV right now. Just my opinion. If anybody else agrees, be sure to let her know. Let's see what we have. Yeah, Perk pays, just not much ads this week. App trailers, Perk TV. If you want to expand your farm, what about a Verizon hotspot using a cell phone? So, Big D, there was a guy that was in our group. He showcased a Wi-Fi hotspot, and he has a couple of devices going on this, and it has unlimited data. The thing is, it doesn't have a high amount of bandwidth. I believe it was something like 8 megs as far as your download speed. God, I get those confused. I'm so tongue twisted today. I'm telling you guys, I'm tongue twisted today. That's what I would consider picking up for myself before I would consider picking up a phone to be able to do a hotspot with a phone. It is a data collection. What's up, everybody? What's up, Daniel Childress? I still like CPU mining, honestly. As far as CPU mining, are you currently CPU mining quite a bit? Got a lot of comments that are popping up. ASIC miner has terahashes. Might have to scroll down and get caught up with these comments, guys. Bitcoin is a good coin to get collected for long-term investment. What would you recommend, GPT or get paid to, or farming? Honestly, I would tell you to do both, but at the same time, I would say farming before websites. I would say smartphone applications before websites. Will Ward. Watching ads on my computer and watching the eCash live stream. God, I'm falling behind. Just to add, the Straight Talk $5 phone swag bucks is paying 3% cash back on the Straight Talk website. That's awesome. Blanked out with this heat, downing my Rockstar and watching this stream. Need to jump in the pool, keep up the awesome job, and have a good day, eCash rules. I appreciate that. There are so many free Dogecoin faucets. Catching up here, guys. We're really behind. Doge faucets do add up. I've collected over 10,000 free Doge so far. Wow, look at this stream. Saturday live stream. Everybody here has experience with the ZTE Maven 3 phone. What apps to run? You can get $30 coming to me. Woo! I appreciate the donation. Thank you very much. Trying to keep up, guys. Lots of comments. Thought using Nox on Cash Magnet. I'm going to get down to your comment. We're definitely going to give you another thank you in the stream. Why can't you try rewardable? Sharon Bill. Ask friends and family if they have phones in their junk drawer you could have. Also, some good advice right here. Very, very good advice. Also, switch to U Rewards. You make 40 to 50 cents a day per phone. That's actually very, very good advice as well. There's only one other application that I would recommend that a person possibly use on a small amount of devices, and that would definitely be U Rewards. U Rewards are some of the perk apps, but mainly U Rewards only because I am doing so well with U Rewards right now. U Rewards is working amazing for me. Daniel, it's smart to collect as much free Dogecoin as you can since you have 10K Dogecoin. If it hits $1 per coin, you have $10,000. That's something to think about. Try rewardable in the past. Just pay is low. Might give a try on Maven 3 phone. Limit 7 per rewardable app. So that's one thing we're not all very, very sure about. Some people say it's a 7 devices. Some people, if you look at their website, I believe it says 1 device. You can only run 1 device now. I would say test it out, but be careful and do that at your own discretion. I mean, if it's going to pay peanuts, you might as well try and run 7 if they're going to pay in peanuts. Nice show, man. Just picked up a few $5 Alcatel Nova LTE from Straight Talk. $5 those $5 phones, man. People are going crazy over the $5 phones right now. $5 phone time. Oh, that's crazy. I might have to get some of these phones, man. Like at $5 a piece, think about it like this. If you could get phones at $5 a piece, $5. Let me get my calculator for a second. Let's do some math, guys. Let's do 50. Let's do 20 phones right now. 20 phones. Be $100 to get yourself 20 phones in that case. Think about that's. I mean, 40 phones would be $200. Good God, 40 phones for $200. You guys better snatch up those phones. I know I got to get to this comment person donated here. We're gonna skip ahead. Hey, just got the gig internet today. I have like 15 devices and have 10 more LG X coming in. I was wondering if that's enough because I have a $500 setup. 15 devices. You've got 10 devices that are coming in. 25 devices at around $500 is what you have invested overall. And your internet connection is the gig speed, which is quite a bit. So as far as I currently have I have Comcast and I do have gig internet as well. And I know that I'm paying right at $21 for the gig internet connection, and my phone farm covers that. But I also have, I mean, I've got, you'll have 25 devices. I have around like 70, right at 70 different phones. So it's like, I mean, I feel like, yes, you could cover your internet with that amount of devices if you focus very, very hardcore. I know, like, the profits are so hardcore down right now, but I definitely feel like you could run something like U Rewards, and that would pay for most of your internet connection. I really believe that. And then try some applications alongside that, like Perk, and just hammer down on Perk. And then just try to get your devices up, maybe like 10 to 20 more devices, and then just coast and save up your money from there. Keep saving money from that point, and figure out exactly how far you want to take this. Do you want to take it to 70 different devices? And I will say this very much, I am very appreciated to have your donation here in the stream. Jen the Great, thank you very, very much. Much appreciated. Let me come back up here because I know I skipped ahead a couple of comments right here. So we got that one. Can't find that info. Do you know if Cash Magnet allows Knox? Okay, that's actually a really good question. I had this video that was on my channel here pretty recently that was... So, I think I got another donation. I did. I had a video that was submitted to my channel by a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, and I respect this guy very, very much. All he does is post payment proofs here on his YouTube channel. And we showcased Knox running Cash Magnet, and he told me he was able to cash out. Like he had cashed out, he was using Knox, and had no issues. And there was like a slew of comments for people saying that you couldn't do this. You'll get a message saying that they're going to take your earnings from Cash Magnet. So if I had to tell you guys, I would say don't do it. Now, with the fact that I was told that it was working for a person, and I had this video submitted to my channel, I decided to put it up, and there was quite a bit of backlash for that video. And guys, you know, I had no idea, you know, as far as messages that were sent about people saying that it's you can't do that. I've never seen that. So I would say it's something you could consider if you're... This is what I would say overall, and I think I messaged that in the comments of the video itself. If you're outside of the United States, you have nothing to lose. You have absolutely nothing to lose. If you're going to get paid from Cash Magnet 10 cents, etc., what do you really have to lose if you're not making anything out of that application? But that's my opinions here. You know, it's up to everybody else what they do. I just showcased some news that a farmer showed me. You know, another person brought that to my attention as well, that they were running it through Knox. So that was brought to my attention. It's up to everybody else what they do. See what we have here. Yeah, that's kind of the plan with them. Use them to buy other currencies and trade a little, but always hodl some just in case. That's a good mentality. I'm not sure, brother. I haven't heard of any changes. Cash Magnet might work good for you. That's what I'm running on mine. I still use Claymore on a couple of laptops and pull mine XMR. Mining Monero is very, very smart right now. Oh, okay. You were responding to that question that I had for you. You still use Claymore on a couple of laptops. And pull mine XMR. Daniel Childress, do you mind if I ask, are you doing pretty well as far as like your pool, how much you're making being on a mining pool for XMR? Is that actually doing pretty decent? I would assume that it is. You should buy cheap smartphones in the flea market and garage sale. That is an option as well. You can find sometimes cases of phones, like 70, 80 phones. 30 to 40 of them work, and you got that whole case for $70 or something. So, U Rewards is so good. That's good advice. U Rewards is so good. $28 a day for me with 50 devices. That is awesome. That is awesome, man. I like U Rewards. I really do. It's probably the only application right now that I'm looking at and I'm just like, I have respect. for this application. It's the only one. Should I get Bitcoin or XMR cloud mining contracts? Bitcoin or XMR cloud? I would tell you to get, why not get both? But if also, I would tell you to invest more in Bitcoin cloud mining contracts and pick up a few smaller amounts of XMR cloud mining contracts, because I question where Monero will be at in a few years. I wonder what would happen with Monero. So don't go overboard with Monero. But once again, I don't know, you know, but I would see Bitcoin as just this, it is the king of these coins, you know. So would you stake your money on a king, or would you stake your money on a jack? Just thinking. I don't see U rewards in the App Store for me, only U Lotto. Any idea why? I'm not 100% sure because I downloaded it from the App Store, but I do know this. You can always go to APK Pure and you can download U rewards. Someone said that right afterwards, of course. Let's get to this other donation down here. There is a sale on the LGX recondition on Straight Talk for $10 and perk still acts up. Yeah, perk, man. It's going to be, we'll be talking about this like 2 years from now, about how perk applications are the most frustrating. Do they not just make you want to just rip your hair out sometimes? Just like, can you just make, I would be happier if they just said, put something up on the screen. I'm not sure if anybody agrees with me. Put something up on the screen that says, look, we can't pay you right now. When this goes away, continue earning. Then to kind of trick us all into using this application, knowing that it's not going to load these advertisements properly, wasting our time, and then, you know, having to click restart the application. Do something cool for us. And that's where Rewardable and the U Lotto applications, they shine so well. And I'll say once again, thank you very, very much for your donation. It is very, very appreciated. All of this, of course, goes to everything that I'm doing here to keep this channel alive, pushing forward, tech reviews, picking up products, the basis of this stream. But it is very, very much appreciated. Every single donation has been. Let's see this. Thank you for video on CoinPod. It is doing very well. Keep it up. Stephen Bryant, I want to do another updated review of CoinPod. That is exactly what we will do. In fact, I'm going to put that in my phone. I've got like just a giant list here, guys. CoinPod, updated review. I like CoinPod. I have respect for any website that can take a freaking gaming console, and turn it into an option to mine some cryptocurrencies, whether it's a small amount next to nothing or not. That's still awesome that it can do that. So and it pays. It actually pays. So for people that have a lack of opportunities to be able to mine cryptocurrencies, that can invest in these GPUs, and they can get $10 a month out of, like, they have a bunch of computers or phones that's sitting around that they can't really do much of anything with, and they can get $10-20 and get themselves some food, a variety of different things. $10 can do a lot right now in today's economy. So you could buy an iPhone 10 or $200 phones at $200 phones at $5 a piece. Oh man, just go phone crazy. Believe me, I'm getting some phones. The thing is, I have to think about, I could invest into a buttload of phones. I really could. I could do that. But where would I be at this point whenever I've got phones that are just like covering the walls here? That is literally what it would come to. And you know, I'd have to invest in another whiteboard, and I would have to hope that eventually it didn't hit this internet connection so hardcore that I start having issues with a gig internet connection. So that's something to think about as well. I feel like I can easily get up to a little over 100 devices. I could do that. And it's a possibility. So we will see how things go. October is a big month, guys. I'm just saying. So lots of products I'm picking up. I do want to do a giant unboxing video. I want to have multiple boxes. You're going to see me in the thumbnail. I'm going to be here with my arms out and just happy as can be with a bunch of products in front of me. And you guys are going to know that's whenever I'm unboxing just either a ton of phones, all sorts of random tech. We looked at that case. That case is beautiful. I definitely want to get that case for a desktop that I'd like to build. These Straight Talks phones have a limit of 2. Unfortunately, people are getting around the limit by using different people for their credit cards for their purchases, different delivery addresses. That's actually that is the truth of this scenario. So you can only get a few of these phones. You could have some sent to your family and friends to be able to get more phones. Give them the money and let them purchase the phones and have them sent there. So that's the way around that scenario. Perk just started being consistent this week for me. I said right here at the beginning of the stream, slightly better for me, still not normal. It's not what it used to, still not the way it needs to be for me. But this location scenario plays so much of a factor in all of this stuff. $5 Alcatel Nova LTE from Straight Talk. FYI, that's Android KitKat. Any apps suggestion for that? Wyco, I would tell you, I do know that the further back you go with Android, the further back, as far as if you get down to 4.1, you start to see more and more issues. As you go backwards, you start to see more issues. So I do know that I would tell you, this is what I told a lot of people before Rewardable kind of went downhill. Rewardable works so well on those older phones, and they really did an amazing job to have their application set up so well. So I would try to repurpose phones. And I do know that U-Lotto, in a lot of cases, the U applications can run pretty well on even some of the oldest of phones. Though there's still the exception of you do find some phones with Android 4.1 that won't run on the U-Lotto application. So that's like a 50-50. So you just see, it could be any sort of scenario. All of these phones have a tendency to act so differently with these applications. From my experience, and I've had a large variety of different phones. So I would tell you to stay away from the Alcatel One Touch Pixie Glitzes. Do not invest into those phones. Maybe if you're trying to set them up for only Rewardable was the only thing that really works so well with those phones. If you want to get into CoinPot and mining some cryptocurrencies, that would be an option for that scenario, if you could get those phones very cheaply. Do you recommend investing in a camera or just recording on my phone? I want to make a phone farming channel. Ooh, I like this comment. I want to make a phone farming channel. I used to be a mobile gamer YouTuber. I made it to 2.9 thousand subs, but sadly, I burnt out. Oh, I like this comment. I'm glad you asked this question. If I had to tell you, I'm actually looking at a camera that I'm considering investing in. Now, if you want to go crazy here, and I don't really think that that's necessary, I'll show you something right here in stream, man. You see this? Of course, my tripod stand, how I'm recording. I'm currently recording with and this is why I want to get another camera. I'm currently doing my recording with my iPhone 7 Plus. I do need to get a new, I'm thinking about getting a new phone. I'm looking at possibly picking up the ZTE Axon M. But, behind the scenes, guys, there it is. Mr. eCash Society. But, if you notice here, there's a camera here. It's called the Yi Discovery Action Camera 4K Sports Cam with 2.0 touchscreen, built-in Wi-Fi, etc., etc. $60. 4K, $60. Has the touch screen, is going to do everything you need it to. But this was like $20. Lifestyle Designs. Lifestyle Designs. I got this on Amazon as well. This has been amazing for recording videos. And also, I'll say this, I encourage any person that's out here creating these YouTube videos, I definitely encourage you to not give up on it. If you've made it to 2.9 thousand subs, man, oh man, you're doing well. To make it that far, you should keep I would keep pressing forward. Why wouldn't you? If you're burnt out, think about something that you have the passion about. Of course, my passions are technology. My passion is definitely making money online. My passion is website. I have a variety of different passions, and I've tried to express them all in my channel. So don't give up. That's all I can tell you. I know I have a tendency to put out some videos, and some of those videos do not necessarily hit home with my audience. Like, of course, I went to visit the Walking Dead, Sonoya, Georgia. I went to while they were filming, and a lot of people, you know, it's like that's not really why we came to eCash Society. We came to eCash Society. So you do have to be mindful of that scenario, but at the same time, here and there, I'd like to show people a glimpse for... Appreciate the subscriber. Thank you very, very much for subscribing to the channel. But, you know, just don't give up, man. Do not give up. And just try to find something that you have a passion for. That's what I would tell you, because that's what I've done. And this is how I've made it this far, you know. This is how I've made it this far, is to just talk about what I'm passionate about. So... Try eBay. Multiple. Let's see what we have here. $5 phones can only be bought in orders of 2. My 4 phones was 2 orders. Try eBay store to buy multiple phones or use guest checkout, different email address or credit card. eBay is definitely good for purchasing in a lot of phones. Hodl it all. Don't let any of it go. Where can you buy $5 phones? Straight Talk website, man. How do you join the Facebook group? Massman MN. In the description of any of the videos that I upload, there is the title of our Facebook group. I tried to, and this is one of the issues that I had, I tried to link it into the group, and people were saying they were having issues with the link. Like it wasn't working for them. But we are. I'll show you here. Society. This is us on Facebook, and it's also in the description of every one of my uploads. So we'd love to have you there. There's quite a few people that have a lot of useful information over in the group. So what is the best app to run? Wait, hold on. We skipped a couple of comments here. What is the best $5 phone to buy on Straight Talks? Because I bought 6 LG Stylos for $10. Ooh, that's not bad at all. I would say mix it up, man. Mix it up. But you guys definitely stay away from the Pixie Glitzes. I'm not a giant fan of the Alcatel. Any of the older Alcatels. Don't get any of the older Alcatels. Mind if I ask, what phone do you use for U Rewards? Incredible earning. I have the ZTE Majesty Pros that are currently running on U Rewards for me. Let's see, LG Leons, I get $10 each on eBay. Scratcher, the Straight Talk website. eCash, do you prefer UTV or U Rewards, and why? I prefer U Rewards for me. But I know that outside of my location, it could easily be different for other people. I've noticed that some people are killing it with UTV. If I had to tell you as to why, because U Rewards is paying me exponentially better consistently. It has a certain amount of consistency that UTV and the U Lotto application do not have. And U Rewards just stays consistent with paying. I've never seen it just drop and stay dead for so long like the U Lotto application seems to do. What's the best app to run in the US on Amazon Fire Tablet? Cash Magnet, U Rewards, UTV, and U Lotto don't run on my tablet. Big D, B-Boy Tech has showcases how you can run Cash Magnet on Fire tablets. So if you haven't seen B-Boy Tech's YouTube channel, you should go check out his videos about applications that do run on the Fire tablet. I really hope that information helps you out some. I have an Amazon tablet and use Perk TV. If you buy $5 phones, do you have to activate it? You just want to do smartphone farming only. No, you do not have to activate your phone. It doesn't have to be activated, and you don't have to have, all you have to have is a Wi-Fi connection. You don't have to have a phone number on that thing. That's all you want. And in fact, you want to try and minimize as many applications on the phone as you possibly can. Clear out as much space as you can. Your basic routine low roller scratcher is going to be to clear the cache of learn how to clear the cache. There's great tutorials online, especially on these up-and-coming phone farming channels. Thumbs up to these channels that have talked about how you clean up your devices. Yeah. Each laptop gets about 50 to 75 hashes. I got 3 total. They're only i3 7100U CPUs, nothing special. I'm just hodling for now. It's not bad, man. That's interesting. Hodl as much as you can. That's what I would tell you. Until we see what's going on next year, hodl it to death. CoinPod is bae. Faucets, auto collect bot, free crypto weekly while you sleep. All right. Sounded like another donation. That's so cool. Guys, let me catch up here. I got to play some catch up here. Perk is reorganizing. This one thing I try to do with this channel is I try to respond to as many comments as I possibly can. Perk is reorganizing. New apps are coming in August. Be patient. Yes, that's what I believe as well. eCash, do you use free Bitcoin or free Doge? Faucet, you can collect free Bitcoin and free Dogecoin every hour. I'm not a giant fan of the faucets. I've seen some of the faucet types of websites, and I've looked at some of the faucet types of applications, and it's like, it's a toss. It's something that I might look further into here in the future. And I tell you what, that's where this comes into play. Alright, because I got to get caught up on these comments. We're just going to do it like this. I'm going to snap a photo really quick. Got that for later. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Crown YouTube. I may consider looking into further into faucets, but, you know, I wish I could find one that actually is just so very consistent with paying, and it pays pretty decently, you know? And the time and effort you have to put in with that, keep in mind the amount of things that I'm doing on like a daily basis. You know, my time is somewhat limited, but it's worth looking into further. Right now on Straight Talk, Alcatel Glory 5.5 inch, Android 5.1, $5 for free shipping. What the heck? Oh, that's awesome. Now I use my same address. I just bought 2 per order. Link on Straight Talk. Check out Castaway Studios app. They got 3 spinner apps. Check out Castaway Studio. I'm glad I got that in photo as well. I can take a look at those applications. The Alcatel Glory is Lollipop 5.1, $4.99. It looks like the donation that I received. I definitely want to come over to the stream and see who donated, because Restream.io is really annoying about the fact that it does not show anyone that donates to like a smaller amount. I have to come over to the stream here and see who donated. Still important to me, though. Every single contribution is important. So I missed another guy. This guy, Colin Steinck. One second, guys. Sorry about that. Well, it sounded like somebody donated. Oh, okay. There we go. Michael Stewart. There you are. I appreciate the donation, man. Thank you very, very much for donating to my channel. Stupid Restream.io chat doesn't show a donation that like the smaller donations, but they all matter. Dude, I'll tell you what, man. If I make it to this point where I'm sitting at 50, 100,000, I'd be dreaming. I feel like I'm dreaming, of course, to ever make it to 500,000 or 1 million subscribers. I guess dreams come true. They do for people. But if I ever got to that point, I would feel so bad to have somebody donate to my channel. And you see YouTubers that do that, it's like they just skip on past. Boom, they don't say anything about certain donations. And it's like I can understand how would they keep up with it at some point, but I feel like maybe that's where like a moderator could start sending out personal thank yous, and that's what I would like to see happen on this channel. If I got to the point where I had so many comments, Interesting stream, guys. You guys have kept it very interesting here. Let's see what we have here. Check out Castaway Studio apps. We got that. Got a photo of that. Simple mobile site. All right. Do you use Get Crypto tab, mining Bitcoin in your desktop? I checked out Crypto tab. You know, and I gave it a look, and I feel like overall, I feel like it would be insulting for me. Maybe it would and maybe it wouldn't. I could do a review of Crypto tab, but I feel like the only purpose for me doing a review of that would be to just get referrals. You know, it's like I just be here like, you guys know why I put this up on my channel, is so I could get those referrals. You know, and I don't want to really insult my audience and be like, everybody should use Crypto tab. You're going to make a ton of money. You know, you can see from a standpoint of if I did a review of Crypto tab, the people that do review it, they're reviewing it for those referrals. So, like, I checked it out. For me, it didn't seem like it was going to be super, super profitable. Maybe it's an option for my gaming laptop. But right now, I need to make the switch either over to the desktop that's over here and start recording videos on this desktop that's over here, or build another desktop, which is why we were taking a look at this beautiful case. That is the entire reason that I went live, guys. This case is why I went live. Look at that. Just look at it. Would you just look at it? Just look at it. Just look at that. Would you just look at it? Seriously, though, that is an amazing looking case. And it's something I'm really considering as far as that this is one of the products that's probably going to get picked up. Maybe a different case. I'm looking at some other options. But I feel like this is where I might wind down the stream. This is where we might get close to closing out the stream. Can you go to Straight Talk website and show the phones that they have for $5? See, we can take a look really quick. Let's go to Straight Talk. We'll take a look at Straight Talk really quick. Let me go ahead and hide this. We'll go to Shop. Phones. It's not been too long ago that I've been over here. Just so you guys know, I didn't put in my actual zip code. I'll go ahead and say that. On a very serious note. Alright, so let's go to less than 50 and take a look at these phones. So we've got all these deals, man. $499. Reconditioned Alcatel Nova LTE. It's a toss-up for me, man. Like whether I would invest into, like if I'm going to invest in some phones, I would still consider investing in into just like the person that was talking about. I got an LG Stylo for $10 a piece. Not bad. That's $10 a piece is not bad at all. Here we got a $499, the ZTE Paragon. Free with a plan. Just reduced $10 for a LG X Style. That's interesting. I'll say this. Look, the $5 phones, they couldn't hurt. They couldn't hurt. Because you're always going to be able to find an application that you can get to work on those phones. There's always an app. There's something you can do with them. There's no lack of applications. Now, some of them are just less profitable applications than others. For example, CoinPod in comparison, you could understand if, let's say you get a phone and you rewards or you lotto, those apps, perk apps just won't work on it. But CoinPod works, but you're not going to get paid as much as what you would if you found a decent phone that worked with, you rewards or these applications that you would really want to consider using. So, back over here to Restream, though. Thinking about closing out the stream pretty soon. Pretty soon, guys. Definitely want to get your last comments here. Any questions that you currently have. No lag or slow loading issues so far. $20, maybe more than people would like to spend, but I'm in Canada. All these $5 phone sites don't ship to me. See, and that's the frustration. We actually mentioned that towards the beginning of the stream. I know that it's different for people that are outside of the United States, and phones in some cases can be pretty expensive. So, is your reward still totally passive? Yes, it absolutely is. Gotta go later, everyone. What's up, Mr. eCash? Thanks for the videos, for building a website. I'm looking forward to part 3. Oscar Mayer, last name, I'm getting that maybe confused. You're very welcome. I wanted to share this information for how I was able to do this for myself. If you guys are considering getting into the world of monetizing some websites, stick around. That's all I can say is stick around, because I do have a website that's paying me. So you know that I'm onto something here. I've got to be onto something. Got to be onto something. So I do want to talk further about, and this is one thing we will go into depth with. You can expect part 3 of that video series is going to be coming out on the channel within the next week. And I want to start talking about how you can get so many different websites set up. Let's just say 10 to 15 different websites that are all set up for one specific purpose, and that is ad revenue. If you can't get AdSense onto the website, there's always another website that you can get advertisements for your website, and we can start talking about how you can set up a ton of very small websites geared to a specific topic and get some ad revenue out of that scenario. There's tons of blog sites that are currently doing this, and people just stack their revenue this way. Let's see what else we have, and we're very close to closing out here. Someone which pays more. So I know the UTV and ULOT are linked together, but U Rewards is an app on its own. Which pays more? For me, it's U Rewards. Razor, I'm telling you flat out, right now, U Rewards is doing better than... I switched from ULotto to UTV. That's one. And I have less devices on U Rewards making more than what UTV is currently making me. So think about that. But someone told me very recently that they moved, and their earnings for U Rewards completely changed whenever they moved. Kind of interesting, isn't that? I'm going to go download U Rewards. Rewardable, just too dang slow earnings. So, Mr. What's up, man? Sorry you came in at the end of the stream. I'm going to try and say your name here. Adnan Mohammed. Welcome to the stream. I've seen you cop in a few times now. We are happy to have you here. Free Bitcoin and free Doge. They have referrals program. You can mine free Bitcoin and free Doge. Your rewards pays 10 times more than the other U apps. I totally agree with that. For my scenario. Rewards gets me $1 a day per phone now, so you will love it, man. Can't wait to try it. You're welcome, Mr. eCash. It is live while I'm at work. What's the minimum donation size for Restream? Do you know? I think the minimum donation, Michael Stewart, is for Restream IO. I want to say it's either, I think it's 5. Now, you've got like a $1, a $2, and a $5 donation. The $1 donation has never showed up on the Restream chat. At least I got some visual proof here that the Restream chat is not showing, because like, there's my chat system. You see it not popping up, but you guys can hear that. That's because I do have like an announcement. Well, it's like a widget that's currently set up that's in OBS Studio, that whenever someone donates, of course, that pops up on the screen. Yeah, so I believe it's 5, which I know that's, for a lot of people, $5 is a lot. I'm happy to have a dollar donation. If somebody, I'll say this, with the fact that I do have my Patreon account, if you guys, if I had 10 people that went over to my Patreon and they just gave $1 a month, that would, you know, I'm not out here, I'm not a beggar. I'm not going to sit here and beg, but that would help. You know, I'll say that. I do have my Patreon account, and I really don't want to, I've not tried to push my Patreon account on my audience. You know, I think there's a time and a place to say, hey, it would be awesome if you guys help me out here on Patreon. Something like that. It may be like 30,000 to 40,000 subs. I'm not going to be one of these channels, 5,000 subs, and I just need donations, and go hop over to my Patreon account. So everything is cool, man. Everything is cool. Yeah, we're going to wind it down. Thanks a lot for telling me to get APK. It's earned me 3 cents in like 12 minutes on one device. That's awesome. For me, all the U-apps are getting a $1 a day for phone. UTV got me $1.10, so it's a slight bit more, but U Rewards runs great and longest for me. I'm going to talk or make a video about how the mining portion of your website works. Oscar Mayer, I guess we could, yeah. We could. If that's something you would like to really see us go into depth with on this channel, absolutely. I'll tell you guys specifically where it comes from. I'll tell you guys how much you're going to earn for your 700K, 700,000 hashes. Once you've hit that mark, I'll tell you guys how much you would make if you could get up to 100 hashes a second. I will talk about that. We could do that. It's not a bad idea for a video. In fact, that's actually a really decent idea for a video. But I'll be very quick to tell you guys, you got to have a lot of CPU power to make a substantial amount mining through any sort of browser mining. Alright, so we got that saved. So getting me $1 a day per phone. UTV got me $1.10, so just a slight bit more. But U Rewards runs great and longest for me. That's interesting. It's like everybody has a different kind of scenario. Wow, I can't wait to try it. $1 a day per phone right now. You will love it. We got that. Got that one as well. You apps got that. A lot of people telling me 3 cents. Got that one as well. Everyone in the industry is noticing you, eCash Society. Keep up the good work. It helps all of us. Thank you very, very much, man. And I hope, well, I'll say this. If there is some people that are in the big leagues of the industry, there's a few people that I would love to collaborate with. I would love to get in touch with the developers of the U applications. Mainly because I would like to consider partnering with them. Also, with Earn Honey. I would really like to partner with Earn Honey. That's a big goal of mine, is to have their offer wall system for Do Good Media. I want that on my website. And I'm hoping to God that whenever it comes that time that I go to apply to have their offer wall on my website, they are on board. That is the ultimate goal of mine. I'm also trying to collaborate with Fishering. If you guys know who Fishering is over at Twitch, because I feel like we have a lot of great information and a great community over here that if he was to host me into a stream over on his Twitch channel, or if he would be kind enough to join us in a stream here on my channel, I feel like it would have some major pluses. So I sent a message out to Fishering over on his eCash Society Twitch, and I hope that I hear back from him here in the future, and maybe we can have him hop into a stream with eCash Society Tech Talks. So, or vice versa, hop over to his stream. So we have a great community here, either which way it goes. How many devices can I run on U Rewards? So many comments, guys. These Saturdays, man. Limited aspect of the U apps are great. I'm going to scroll down here a bit. I'm going to go ahead and take off. Thank y'all, everybody. Peace out to you, man. You probably already left. Do you know what is payments schedule like? Any cutoff time? It's a question for that person. Sucks here in Cal. I'm using UTV 20 phones and it makes me $1.50 a day. Do not see $5 phones in my location. Location, man, that's one of the most frustrating aspects of phone farming. That person was me, Razor. Oh, dang. Are the Alcatel Pixie Glory Light any? So is UTV have a set amount of devices? It's all unlimited. Though rewardable, I'm sorry, U-Reward says that it's unlimited, but I question that. I question that because I have an issue with signing in on a multitude of devices because I was like, you know what? I could just go 100% U-Rewards. But that maybe is a topic for another day. I believe that is it, guys. I think that's it. Fantastic stream. What an interesting stream. I'll say this. Thank you for our donators in the stream. Thank you guys for joining for another one of my streams. I'm going to go ahead and close out the stream. Some final notes here. I guess final thoughts. This moment is going to come up, guys, whenever I'm able to invest in quite a bit of either just a variety of different tech. A variety of different tech that, of course, is only going to be geared towards making more money in the future. We're just going to be pushing forward as far as we possibly can. Here's a comment that I feel like is pretty important here. Fishering is great. I love his live streams. He's the only other phone farmer live streaming. Boom, I totally agree with that. He has done some really amazing work to get in touch with these people that are high up in these companies, to get in touch with them like that. So major kudos to him on his part for branching out and trying to track these people down and get them to open up a bit more about how a lot of this stuff works, because that information is very useful to people that are making money just like this online. So I'd love to get him in a stream or hop into a stream of his. Believe me, I'm reaching out as far as I possibly can. And the time is coming, guys, whenever I'm definitely going to attempt a partnership with Do Good Media to see if I can get their offer wall system onto my website. A few different things. We got to get the referral system going on the website, and we definitely want to branch out into this app. I'll say this: if anybody from the U team was watching these streams, I definitely want to start an application, and I feel like I can reach. You guys want a brand new application? I know you do. So. Can you go live while he is alive and watch him watch you? Go live while he is live and watch him watch you. That's hilarious. Scientific Lazy Chips channel. That's a great channel name too. Oh man. That's not a bad idea. That's a way to definitely be like, hey, we're over here. We're here. Fishing. Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's it, guys. All right. I'll see you in the next stream. Next video being uploaded is probably I'm about 99.9% sure I will have a video up tomorrow. If not, it will definitely be the following day. And guys, I'll be back with you guys for more information for making money online. We'll see you guys soon. Android boxes. Glad I caught that comment too. Definitely want to put that in. That's a product that I'm going to pick up a couple. We're going to test out some of those Android boxes. Yeah, I got to go. I got to go. Troy 4. I tell you what. I'll put this. This is the last thing I will do. Pick up 3 Android boxes for a comparison. Purchase 3 additional Android boxes for comparison video. I'll tell you, we'll go ahead and let you guys know exactly what applications, which of the Android boxes is the best. Scientific Lazy Chips channel. I'll give it a look. That name has me intrigued. All right, guys. That's it for me. We'll see you in the next one.